Can you guys hear me? Hi, Shanana. D the Frustrated Gardener. Can you guys hear me? You saying yay? Is that you can't hear me? Okay, cool. It was my Wi-Fi, guys, and now I'm going to see if I can rotate this. I apologize for the delay. It couldn't be helped. Let me see. It won't let me. Wow. I can only show it this way. So you all can see me and hear me. Thank you, mama, daughter, sister. This is the problem. It won't let me put it in portrait. Let me try it again. Orientation is locked. Rotate the device back. Wow. Well, guys, I'm going to have to just go ahead and do it like this. I'm sorry. Does it look bad? Can somebody say something? Does it look bad? Okay, thanks, Randy. You said it looks good. Okay, I'm going to have to do this with this whole thing, holding my phone like this, guys. Because every time I try to rotate it like this, it locks. Did you all see that? Who said no? And Krista, you said you can't see me? You see my top half? That's all you need to see. From the chest up. Hi, Tommy. Is that what you guys are saying? You doing better than I would laugh. I'm telling you, it's tripping. I don't know how to get this out of the landscape. We see you. That's my back door, right? That's all you're going to see, Christy, is my top half. Thank you, D, the Frustrated Gardener. Thank you, guys. I'm going to have to hold it like this, guys, and just do it. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Go to settings if you like. Go to settings on my phone. Randy, go to settings on my phone. I'm on my phone, Randy. Go to settings on my phone. It's okay, Stardust. Thank you. Okay, guys. I apologize for being late. I'm holding it in my hand. I can't sit it on something. Hypercentric, everybody in here, I appreciate you. I'm sorry. I got to go for it because I have to just hold this and talk because I cannot sit it on something. Let me see if I sit it like this. You're not going to see me. What you see? Tin Can Gardener, don't worry about it. Everything's tripping. I couldn't get on like I need to. So I'm just going to have to go like this, guys. Hey, Bear Fruit Gardener. Is it okay, guys? Okay. Now, initially, I was going to talk about, thank you. Initially, I was going to talk about fertilizers, so let me give you a few minutes background on natural fertilizers, and then we're going to move on to canning because I got all this stuff laid out here for you guys. So the first thing I want to tell you that use the fertilizers of your choice. I am an organic gardener, so I have learned that adding organic matter back to my soil is what improves my soil, okay? But I don't knock anybody for using chemicals. I just don't use chemicals. Thumbs up for Miss Cheryl. Thank you, Starduster. So what I do is all of my scraps, vegetable scraps, fruit scraps, flowers, plants that go to seed, I layer them in my composter, and then I add leaves and old potting mix on top of it. That's how I get it to work real fast, for it to decompose very fast by adding some soil to it, okay? So every time I pull up plants in my garden, I put them in my composter and I add a little soil to it. Now, there are a few things that I purchase when I know that my plants need something. And that is, hey Nick, I add fish emulsion for nitrogen, but I don't add it to my fruit trees. I don't add it to flowers. Anything that is going to produce a flower or fruit, I don't use fish emulsion for that, okay? But if it's going to flower, I use fish emulsion with seaweed because it has more potassium in it that helps the flower and the bulb develop. Everybody got it? And I buy Neptune's and I buy Alaskan's fish emulsion. So if it has a root or bulb or fruit, I use fish emulsion with Neptune's with seaweed in it. If it's just a leafy green, a tree that doesn't bear any fruit, then I use Alaskan fish emulsion. The other thing that I add to my soil is worm castings. Worm castings. I wish I could have chickens, but I can't where I live in the suburbs. But if I could, I would put chicken poop in there because I do know that that is a good organic fertilizer. Another thing that I add to my soil, well, I used to add, but I don't have to do anymore, is rock dust. And the reason why I don't add rock dust anymore, because if you've been with me a while, you all know that I have wood chips all over the whole backyard. So the wood chips give the plants all of the nutrition that it needs. So I no longer have to put azomite rock dust in my soil. Now, I know a lot of people use Epsom salt, and I was one of those people that did. I no longer use it because the wood chips gives my soil everything that I need. Yeah, Tin Can Gardener, that rock dust is awesome. It's very good. So if you have a lot of grass, if you don't have any wood chips, please add the azomite rock dust. Another thing I used to use, and I'm recommending it to new gardeners who don't have wood chips, is mycorrhizal fungi. Mycorrhizal fungi allows all of your roots, let's say you have a garden bed, and in your garden bed you got collard greens, you got beets, you got Swiss chard, you got a tomato plant. It lets all of those roots talk and communicate together to create a system where they all work cohesively to fight or combat fungus and disease. Hi, Tennessee palms. So if you don't have any wood chips, I recommend that you get some mycorrhizal fungi. Oh, thank you, Randy. Cheers to you. I appreciate it. I got water in here. So, everybody got that? Worm castings, fish emulsion for leafy greens, bulbs and plants and fruits, fish emulsion with seaweed. Azomite rock dust if you don't have any wood chips or bark, and worm castings. Any questions? That's all I use. Now, I do buy garden lime because no matter how much I feed my plants the fish emulsion with seaweed, or if I have mulch with leaves and wood chips, your plants will have a tendency to get blossom end rot. I just did a video about it. So to combat blossom end rot, And you all know what that is, right? If you're new to gardening, it's like the bottom of your tomato or your pepper, it'll look like a sunburn. But what it is it's a disease. So add garden lime to prevent that. So I tell people at the beginning of the season and every month after that, put about a fourth of a cup around your plant. Hey, Angela, good to see you. Hi, Supreme. I'm having an issue with my going live, and I can only put it in this portrait mode, and I can't do it in landscape. But when I start showing you the canning stuff, I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to put the phone next to it, okay? Who said they never had Blossom Rock? Blossom in Rock. Was that you, Randy? Very good. That means you got some good soil. Bat guano is very good. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I do know I've seen that bat stuff in the potting mixes. And the more expensive your potting mixes are, the more they have those good ingredients. Hello, Angela. Hello, Tommy Bites from Carolina Homestead. So, yeah, if you use chemicals, that's up to you. But I'm telling you that if you start building up your soil, Supreme Gardening family, they know what I'm talking about. This man and his wife is doing incredible work. They keep applying leaves and wood chips and dead fish, banana peels, eggshells, coffee grounds, used coffee, all of that, guys, you put into your compost. Now, some people say they don't like to have compost because it attracts mice. Well, you don't put oil in your compost. You don't put grains in your compost. You don't put meat in your compost. You will not have mice and rodents in your compost if you don't put in there what they want to eat. Just your spent plants, dried flowers, steamed vegetables that don't have oil in it. I use leaves to protect my bananas in the wintertime. Yes, it rots them down. It rots them down in the fertilizer. I don't fertilize my bananas. And I just got bananas for the first time, so I must be doing something right. Miss Cheryl, I have to give you credit because we've learned a lot from you. Thank you. Thank you for blessing my channel. Okay, so I'm going to try to go live a couple more times before the next live so I can change the setting in my phone because it's jacked up today. And also, my Wi-Fi wasn't working, guys. Very good, Game Nerd Mom. She says she tries to be as natural as possible. I'm going to tell you all, I think I told you this last week, I was a product junkie. Anything they advertised on television, anything that somebody told me that they bought, Miracle Grow, Super Grow, Gigantic Grow, I went out and bought it. And I did not know that I was burning up my soil by putting in chemicals. So, put in natural products. Everybody with me? Are there any questions on what I believe that you should use to fertilize your garden? Any questions? Hey, Nick, in the middle of the map. D, the frustrated gardener. I'm working on a raised bed on a farm, but I have a lot to learn. Hey, we all have to start somewhere. Somebody said they just finally found some collard greens. Guys, with the way the world is right now, people are running out of potting soil in some cities. They are running out of seeds. My favorite company, Baker Creek, don't have half the seeds. Somebody said the rock dust breaks down immediately. Yes, it does. You need to wear a mask when you're applying the rock dust, too, because it's really real fine powder, and you can absorb it. It won't hurt you, but you don't want that in your body, though. Okay, y'all with me? Any more questions? I saw someone on Facebook completely roasted a new royal palm and fertilized. Yeah, biochar. That's what you're talking about. You can use the ashes from the wood that you burn. I bought my own biochar because we are not allowed to burn anything in the city where I live, so I bought biochar off of Amazon. But I'm telling you guys, as a backyard gardener, I've learned ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Just put back in the soil what you took out. Thank you, Barefoot Gardener. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, if there aren't any more questions, we're going to move on to canning. because this pandemic has taught us that we need to be self-reliant. We need to be self-sufficient. And we need to stop giving all of our food away. Yes, help those that need help, because I'm growing an extra emergency garden to help people. But we need to can more. You all wouldn't believe how much food I got canned, especially since I live by myself. But I'm getting ready to show you. Okay, we moving on. Everybody with me? Yes, okay. The first thing I want to show you guys is a water bath canner. Okay? I'm going to pick it up. Can y'all see that? Everybody see it? It's just a big old stew pot made out of aluminum. And inside of it, it has this basket so that you can immerse those jars into the water. Everybody with me? And then you're going to process it, and you're going to make sure that the water completely covers the top of your jars. Everybody there? And then you're going to process it according to manufacturer's directions. So I'm going to move on. And now I'm getting ready to show you what you can water bath can. But I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to look at my screen and see if there was a question. Water bath canning. Now, let's talk about your jars. Here's one I want to show you. It's a quart jar. You see that little crack right there? That means you need to put this one in garbage. Do not use a jar that has a crack or a chip. It's going to break. Thank you, Ms. Backyard Gardener. Several people told me they like my top. I said I only had it on for 5 minutes to do an introduction to a video, so I'm going to put it on again tonight. So that's what I did. So throw this away. Don't use cracked jars. Now I'm going to show you some of the jars that I have. And these are the jars that I use. You got your half a pint. This one right here. And let me tell you something. Jars have gone up. People have sold out. People have hoarded a whole lot of jars. And back when Lead Farmer 73 was telling us to be prepared for anything, I ordered extra jars. So I use these little half pints, which is 4 ounces. Then I use the pint and the half, and then the quart. And I do have some half gallons that I do pickles and things like that in. But check these out. You see the difference in the sizes of the openings? Can everybody see that? This is the small jar opening. This is the wide mouth. Can everybody see that? Because last week you couldn't see my books. Thank you. Somebody answer. Thank you, Butterfly Effect 6. So you have lids that will fit. I'm going to put it on. The wide jar. It's 2 pieces. It's the lid, and I chose this one on purpose because I date my lids. And I'm going to show you in a minute. Then you see how I put that on there? So that's the regular mouth, and here's the wide mouth. I use the wide mouth jars when I'm canning something in bulk like meat, but I don't water bath meat, so I don't want to get off the subject. We're talking about water bath canning. Yes, I can now. I have to change my setting. Oh, okay. Hey, Callie and Christy. As soon as I learn how to choose moderators, I'm going to have somebody welcoming everybody. So, Miss Starduster 2, will you please welcome everybody? Because I'm having a hard time tonight. So, we're still on water bath canning. And everybody see the jars. Now, let me share this with you. You must sanitize your jars with hot water. You can wash them with dish soap, rinse them real good. You can put them in the oven in a pan upside down on 250 for a half an hour to sterilize the jar. Okay? You can take your lids, and they're no longer telling you to put it in boiling water because you will warp the ring on the rubber on the lid. And balls used to guarantee the lid will last for years. But now, because we're living in a society where everybody wants to sue everybody for everything, they tell you right on the package that the lid is only good for 18 months. But I'm here to tell you that I have the lids to stay on longer. Now, some people store their food, especially new canners, they store it with the ring on the lid. That creates a false seal, and you'll be secure, and you're thinking that it's fine, and then when you go to open it up 6 months later, and you see that it was not properly sealed, and you can't eat the food. So take the rings off, wash the jars off, and put them on the shelf. Now, some people put labels on the outside of their lids. Who is that? Toledo 360 Cafe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all gonna help me buy some fruit trees. I need a couple more. Thank you. Cheers. And some people take it and turn it upside down. And they say that helps it pop. But I'm here to tell you, don't do that either. I did some heavy soup in it, and when I turned the jar back up and set it on the shelf and took the lid off, it came off just like that. I had to throw all that soup away. So don't do the upside down thing. Don't reuse your lids. I know mom and them used to, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't do it. Okay? That's why I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't have to ever worry about some of my canned food making me sick, because I know the safety precautions and measures that I take. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about the equipment that you need. I showed you the pot for water bath canning, right? I showed you 1, 2, 3, 4 jars. Actually, I showed you 5 because I showed you one that had a chip in it that you would never need to use. Now I'm going to show you the other equipment that you're going to need. When those hot jars come, you're going to raise this up and it sits on the lid of the canner. And then you don't want to touch that jar. You want to take this wood part. This is your, I call it jar picker-upper. You can call it whatever you like. And it grips it. See that? And it won't fall. I know some of you are going to be nervous when you first start doing it, but it won't fall. And then you put it down. And you want to put it on either on a big, thick piece of butcher block wood, or you can put a couple layers of towels. If you're like me and you can a whole lot of stuff at one time, I only have one butcher block. I just line my countertop up and put the jars on top of some towels. Now let me share this with you. Here is a canning funnel. And some of the sets that when you buy your water bath canners, they'll have this stuff with it. And here's your funnel. You put it in. And guys, when you are, hi Miss Craft, and when you're canning for a while, can everybody see that? And you're going to scoop your product in from your pot, and here's your ladle. And the more you can, this little hook right here will hook on the side of your pot. And the more you can kind of tell. Hi, Butterfly Effects. You can tell about how many scoops that you would need for every jar after you've done it. You can do almost with your eyes closed. So with your set, you're going to need your jars. You're going to need your picker-upper. You're going to need your funnel. And you're going to need a dipper, a scooper. And before you put your lids on, you're going to need this. It's called a debubbler. It's a spatula. And you want to make sure certain things like liquids, I'm going to show you this real quick. You wouldn't need to debubble this because it's a liquid. You will see the bubbles at the top. Right? But if you have something like this, which is strawberries and cheese seeds. Everybody see it? You can get bubbles in it. So you want to take your debubbler and just go up and down, and that way you make sure that you get your bubbles out. Okay, I missed that. Hey, Diva. I guess that's Diva Jones. Yes, hey, Diva Jones. Thank you for coming. And if I didn't call somebody out, please forgive me. It's because my phone is not in the right setting and I can't see it on my computer. So you want to get your bubbles out. And since I introduced this one more thing. I can't find it. It's probably in my canning grow room. It's a little stick that has a magnetic bottom that allows you to pick up the top, the lid out of the pan when you're sanitizing it. Go on any website and you will see it. Okay, any questions? If the bubbles stay in the jar, will it create mold? It's a possibility that it will escape and break your seal. So no, I wouldn't say. If you don't have any bacteria in there, it can't give you any mold. Okay, how many years have you been canning? Full time since I retired. Because of sickness, I had to retire early at the age of 30, but I've been canning all my life. My grandparents did it. Hey, Green Organic Love. And Essie is in the house. Okay, now, so I showed you the equipment for water bath canning. Now I'm going to tell you what you can water bath can. How long can you keep and eat canned pears? Couple years. I'm going to show you something that I have when I move on to water bath canning that I've had since 2016. And I'm going to let you see how beautiful it still looks. Okay? So now let's talk about what we can water bath can. You can water bath can all fruit. You can buy the canning kit. Yes, it comes with the jar lifter, the bubbler. Love knows you exactly right. You can buy the whole kit. And sometimes you can buy the kit with the canner. Okay. So this is just strawberry preserves. And strawberries has a natural pectin thickener in it. And chia seeds. Chia seeds swell when they come in contact with water. And if you've ever been a vegan or vegetarian, you'll know that you can use chia seeds when you're doing recipes that you need something to rise, like an egg substitute. So when I have a little irregular, what's the word? When I'm a little irregular, all I have to do is eat a couple tablespoons of this. Next morning, I'm good to go. You can water bath can it because it's fruit. Now, anything that is pickled, if you put vinegar in your recipe and you want to make sure that you follow a reputable recipe, so I use this book here. Can everybody see that real good? Don't worry about the can blowing up. Ain't nothing gonna blow up. They don't make this stuff like they used to. I'm gonna share it with you. So follow the recipe and it'll tell you exactly how much vinegar you need to put in a product or food to make it acidified so that you can water bath can it. These are sweet peppers grown right out of my garden. I canned these March of this year because I grew peppers in my greenhouse all year long. Diva Jones lives scared of botulism. Oh, y'all, don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't worry yourself over nothing, okay? If you follow the safety precautions, and I'm going to be going live and actually doing canning, and you're going to follow me. Okay, this is it. This is one of my grandkids' favorite products. This is strawberry preserve. Oh, it's so delicious over ice cream, over cake with a little whipped cream, strawberry shortcake. I canned this June 2019. I got 5 jars left. Don't tell my grandkids because they love it. Here are green tomatoes that I grew. I canned these March 20th. I did a video. I waited 3 weeks. What's a good canner to get? The water bath canners, they're all about the same. Go to Amazon. I bet I'm on the diet right now. I did my first batch the other day. Okay, Essie. So I grew some green tomato varieties, and I sliced them up about a ½ an inch thick, and I put lemon juice in the jar to make them even more acidic because they were heirloom varieties, and I wasn't sure because a lot of the new tomatoes that are hybrids are not acidic. Botulism is rare. Thank you. Thank you. You don't need to be worrying about this stuff. So anyways, these are the fried green tomatoes. Took them out 3 weeks later, drained them on a paper towel, put the flour, the egg wash, and the cornmeal on it, and they fry up just like they are just picked from the garden. Check out my video. Love No says Walmart sells the water bath canner. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can also can pasta sauce. This was canned July 2019. I got about 20 jars of these still left. So all the tomatoes that I have, I'm going to be basically giving most of them away because I really don't need any more pasta sauce. The reason why you can water bath can tomatoes pasta sauce is because you add lemon juice to it. It's already acid, but some of the new hybrid tomatoes are a little more on the alkaline side, and that's why you want to add lemon juice. Again, follow a reputable canning book directions. In my pasta sauce, I put sweet peppers and all that stuff in it too. Okay. And I do tomato juice. See how liquidy that is? That's tomato juice. I did this July 2019. Okay? It has lemon juice in it. Just enough to make it safe and make sure it's acidic. Here is some beet juice where I made pickled beets. I did this December 2019. And this was leftover pickled beet juice from when I made pickled beets. So you can water bath pickled beets because it has a lot of vinegar in it. Okay? Have you ever done pasta sauce? Yes, baby. I just showed you. This is pasta sauce. Heat and serve. You don't want me to go get the bowl out the refrigerator where I made some pickled eggplant, put my pickled eggplant in there, open up a jar of my sauce, it was on. Cooked in 10 minutes. Okay? So once I open up the jar, I can't possibly eat all of it. So I put this cap on it. And I get these at Walmart or Amazon. Put it back in the refrigerator. Since it's been canned in vinegar, it can stay in there 6 months. But it's not going to be in there for 6 months for me. Okay? Here are my carrots. I pickled them. I like almost anything that's pickled. I take these out, put them on my salad. They're still crunchy. And they taste nothing like what you buy in the store. No pesticides, no insecticides, no chemical fertilizer. Your food just tastes sweet. Tastes good. Okay, so that's all I want to share with you about... Oh, so here's one more. Sweet peppers. Pickled in a brine that has 50%. Hey, Homestead Heart. I want to be like you when I grow up. She's younger than me, y'all, but I just love her to death. These are roasted in my oven, and you can do them on the grill. Sweet peppers that I grew in my garden. Can you see that? The brine is half olive oil and half vinegar, and you water bath can it. Very simple. And God, I'm telling you, take one out, slice it up, put it in your pasta, put it in a salad. It tastes delish. Oh, ain't that sweet? I'm trying to be you too. Oh, hey, Uncle Ed. You're my nephew. Essie calls him Uncle Ed. All right. Okay. So let me just stop right now, and since Ed is in the house, and let's say that he is the one that got this collaboration together. Led told me probably about a year ago, said, Miss Cheryl, you need to do more canning videos. I said, okay. But my canning videos don't get a lot of views. So I didn't really think people was really interested in them. But you see, the world is changing. The people that can freeze, dehydrate. We didn't have to stand in lines at the grocery store to buy food. All I had to go get water because I don't like my city water. And I have to drink a gallon of water a day because I have kidney disease. So every week I go to Walmart and they put it in my car and I get my water. But as far as food, I got enough food in this house for a year. Because I can. CANN. can my food in jars. Everybody with me? Any questions so far? Any questions on water bath canning? Oh, I used to live in Mississippi. My late husband was from there, and we tried to live there for 6 years. And we used to go to Fred's. I love that store. Hey, NJ, Callie, nice to see you. Man, Corsi, Vince, thank you for being here. So everybody with me? Are there any questions on water bath canning? I've showed you the equipment. I've showed you the pot. I showed you how to sanitize, or I talked to you about sanitation. And I told you which foods you can put in a jar and water bath can it. Let me see if I have anything in here. And by the way, I've got a playlist on everything that I've canned in the last 2 years. And if you don't see something there, go to Homestead Heart. It's more than one quick. So now we're getting ready to move out on to what the bad boys do. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we're getting ready to move on to the bad boy. And you all know what the bad boy is. This is heavy, so I gotta, the All-American pressure canner. This weighs about 20 pounds. I bought this before I retired. I was using another brand, and there's nothing wrong with the other ones. I'm just saying, I bought something that I felt that since I was retiring, I bought the top of the line, state-of-the-art canner. I bought the state-of-the-art dehydrator. My kids bought me some. That's your dream canner, Miss Holmes said, oh yeah, because you can put a whole lot in here, guys. I think it's 21 quarts or pints. I don't know. I got to look it up. I get a little confused. I don't want to say the wrong thing on the live video because I can't go back and correct it. And by the way, let me correct something on organic love to my attention. I misspoke and I said if you mention the virus that's going on around the world today in your video, if you monetize, you won't be monetized for that. And that was not correct. What I was trying to say, you won't be able to have AdSense. Those ads that pop up on your videos once you get monetized, some advertisers don't want you talking about the virus or scaring people. So that's what I meant to say. And I think Skinny Boy Randy brought it to my attention again, and I straightened it out. So please forgive me. Somebody said it holds 7 quarts. I think it holds 21 pints and a few more 1.5 quarts. I can't see just half of your face. Can you see me now? Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. I've had a problem with getting my live video in landscape mode. Is that better? Canning Cadillac. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to stand up. On this canner is a weight. And the weight that you will use is determined by your altitude. So you're going to look in your canning book, and you're going to look at your city and your state, and it'll tell you what weight that you need to can. I defy the rules, and I have it's too heavy for me to pick up. So let me just tell you that I take the top off, and I'm going to go into that in a minute. And I get me a dipper, and I dip the water out when I'm getting ready to do my next batch. So I'm going to be straining myself putting it in here. Now, don't be afraid of a pressure canner. They are not like they used to be. They have all types of safety precautions. I don't know if you can see this right here. There is an indentation, like a little V here. And you line up your canner and the arrow. If you can't read, you can see the arrow. You line it up. And then you put your bolts in, your toggles. Can you see? And then you tighten them up. And that's after it's full. Then, when it starts to sputter, right here. Can y'all see that? You let that whistle and sputter whatever for 10 minutes. Then you put your weight on. I live in Texas, so most things have to be pressure can at 10 pounds. Then you have your gauge. Can you see that? And it's going to go to 11. And once it's steady at 11, you turn down your heat and make sure it stays at that 11 number. Or if your altitude is 15, whatever it is in your book, read it. You follow and you do what that says. Let me stop. It says I'm buffering. Oh, Nick. Okay, Nick. So he'll help me if I need some help. So, and then after it has processed for the right amount of time, I'm going to turn this like so. After it has processed for the right amount of time, you're going to turn your gas or your electricity off. And let me back up and tell you this. If you have a electric cooktop, read and make sure that it's compatible, because this is so heavy. Some some electric cooktops cannot accommodate this weight. So you have to make sure that your stovetop can handle it. So then you're going to turn your gas off. We're getting back. You're going to let all of the pressure go down to 0. And when it does that, you're going to take your top off. And you're going to hear a little hissing. And it's going to go away. Once that noise go away, and this gauge is on 0, it is impossible for it to blow up. Don't be afraid. I'm in some canning groups. And guys, there's some really weird people out here in the world. They join these groups just to scare the hell out of people, telling horror stories about how a pressure canner blew up. And 9 times out of 10, it wasn't a pressure canner. It was somebody trying to can in a pressure cooker. It's the difference. So the air comes out of here. This is all the way at 0. Then you slowly unscrew these, lefty-loosey. And to be cautious, watch how I lift the top. Can you see me? I'm lifting it and I'm opening it away from me. If there was some pressure, it'll go that way. And this will be your shield. But you don't need a shield. It's not going to be in pressure. It's impossible for it to explode if this all the way on 0. So if somebody is getting a little too anxious and they're trying to expedite stuff too fast, that's when it blows up and they come in and open it up and there's a lot of pressure in here. But if you follow the simple directions that I just told you, you're not going to have a problem. The first time I did, I sat in front of my stove the whole time. The first time I did it in this one, I did too. Also, let me share this with you. Somebody mentioned botulism. There's a canning group, there might be several on Facebook, that they water bath can everything, including me. I don't recommend that. But I did join the group just to see what people were saying. And they were saying like they keep filling up the water bath can with water for 3 to 6 hours and they can. And they said, my mama did it, my grandmother did it, I'm doing it, I'm still alive. One time they're going to do it, they may not make it. It's too dangerous. Yes, Miss Journey, yes, it's too dangerous, so don't do that. You can get a Presto canner for less than $100. You cannot water bath meat. But mama, sister, daughter, there's a group on Facebook that are doing that. But thank you, Miss Hart, and you know what I'm talking about. So are there any questions on pressure canning? I hope I explained that thoroughly. If you don't know, I used to be a cosmetology instructor, and I was taught to methodically teach step by step as if the person was a truck driver that never picked up a comb or a brush. So that's why I'm real detailed in the way I illustrate stuff. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying God blessed me with that gift. Botulism can't grow in an acidic environment. That's why you recommend bath canning. Yes, ma'am, Gary Mom. Larry wants the full name of the book. It's a lot of them on Amazon like this one, because it has a nice amount of recipes for water bath canning and pressure canning. Don't be nervous, lad. I'ma hold your hand. You tickle me so much this morning on your live going to work. Let me share this with you. He was talking about his wife know how to can, but he wanted somebody else to teach him. And it reminded me of something about my daughter. She's a assistant principal now, but when she was young, I could sew because I learned from my mom. In fact, they kicked me out of sewing in school because I was too advanced. I couldn't teach my daughter how to sew because I was her mother. She didn't want to listen to me. So I had to pay somebody else how to teach her how to sew because she didn't want to listen to me. I'm not saying you don't want to listen to Miss Led because I know you all have a beautiful, loving relationship. But sometimes it's better if somebody else teach you because the other person is too close to you. Okay, everybody got the book? My first slide last week, I messed up. Now we're getting ready to get to the good part because I love pressure canning. Speaking of lead, when he started warning us, and then people in other groups started telling me and telling all of us about this virus was all over in Italy, and I'm trying to choose my words correctly. The current occupant of the White House was acting like it wasn't that big of a deal. But we got ready, didn't we, guys? Yes, I'm an educator and I had to hire a tutor for my daughter. So we had to get ready. So every time I saw chicken on sale, I bought it. Wrong one. I canned up chicken for all 3 of my adult children and my senior citizen friends. This is chicken that I pressure canned. Guys, it has onions in it. It has garlic in it. It has red pepper flakes. You might have seen them. I'm trying to get it closer. You see that right up in there? This is some good stuff. I bought me a machete on Amazon. Got my butcher block up. Bow, bow, bow. And I stuffed that chicken in here raw. Did you hear me? Raw. Then I went back and I got some of my bone broth. And I put a little fat in my bone broth. Now, if you're on a restricted diet and you don't want any animal fat in your diet, put this in the refrigerator. The fat will go to the top. It'll float up there. Take it off. Put it inside of your chicken. This is what I add, just a little bone broth. Because y'all know that bone broth is, man, it's loaded with nutrition. If you got a cold, you remember Mom and them used to make that chicken soup with them bones in it? It was healing. It's something to them bones. You take that carcass when you have Thanksgiving turkey, put it on the stove with some juice, with some water, and let just cook for 24 hours, guys. That nutrition is loaded in them bones. Them bones, them dry bones, chicken. Take this off, put it in a bowl, or get the bones out, take your fork, mash it down, and put you some of that sweet, what's that barbecue? Baby Red or something? I can't think of the name of it. I can run in the kitchen and go get it. Man, I'm telling you, toast you 2 slices of bread, put that barbecue sauce on there with that chicken. Shoot. Grocery store, I don't have to go to no grocery store. I got everything I need. Don't feel good? Bone broth. You're having your boyfriend, you're having a friend over for dinner. You put it in a larger jar. Okay? Chicken. Twice a year, I take everything out of my freezer. See, when it gets real hot down here, I don't like to can. Because we can have 15 days in a row with 180-degree temperatures. So we barely keeping cool with the air conditioning going on all the time. So I wait until it's cool. And you'll see right here, this was canned March 20th. March 2020. Chicken soup. I just go in the freezer. I get out whatever I have. I'm looking at broccoli. I'm looking at sweet pepper. Can't hardly identify it. Oh, I see some corn. Whatever I didn't blanch and put up in the freezer. The wonderful thing about canning is this, guys. If the power goes out, it's okay. Your stuff in the freezer is going to melt. Nothing's going to happen to this. Make sense? This one makes sense. So let's look at this one. I canned this March 2019. See, March is a good time for me to can. Because I started, my garden is bursting with life. And I'm starting to put everything out there and I'm growing stuff. So I got to clean the freezer out. So I started making soup. The only difference in this one and this one, both of them are chicken. This one has spinach, dang, it's right at the tip of my tongue. Kale, spinach, kale, and broccoli in it. That's what be booming around here in March. And tomatoes. I just go to the grow room / pantry, pick up a jar of what I want, put it in the microwave or on the stove and eat it. Okay, here we go. Let me move these out the way, guys. Let me know if there's a question. If it's a question, please put it in all caps. Again, I'm going to check my settings, and next time I'm going to be ready. Now, I wasn't going to grow any sweet potatoes, because I grew some sweet potatoes last year. I got the slips on eBay, and it's called O. Henry. It's a yam. It's a white. Don't be scared, okay? Somebody said they're not a stalker. I don't know what's going on, but somebody take care of it. Do we have a cheese sandwich in the building? You all know how Laird used the term hot pocket? For me, it's going to be cheese sandwich. Like somebody down in their mama's basement weighing about 800 pounds eating cheese sandwiches, and they get on here and they try to, you know, they get on here and they try to act crazy. So take them out, Laird, if you have to. I don't know if that's what you all saying. But anyway, these are those white sweet potatoes, O. Henry, and then I have a couple of little Beauregards in here. I got about 20 jars of these, guys. I didn't put no sugar in it. I didn't do nothing. Just put a little juice of its own juice. And you can take this and make you a white sweet potato pie. You can make candy yams. You can make sweet potato pudding, whatever you want to do. So when we found out that there were going to be food shortages, I ordered me some slips off of eBay, Beauregard. I like those. They grow good here. And I got my totes ready the other day. I made a video. And as soon as they come in, I'm going to do part 2 of that video. And I'm growing slips for my family. But I don't need them for myself. This is pressure canned. Okay. I messed up. I forgot to show you this. This is a pickled eggplant. I did 2 different types. I did one with olive oil and one with just vinegar. So you can water bath can this one. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, my grandfather, he used to have this pantry way in the back of the house, and nobody had a key to this cabinet but Big Mama. That's why I got my name Big Mama from my mama and my grandmother. My grandkids call me Big Mama. He liked this stuff, and they used to call it cha-cha. But, I love pickled eggplant too, Miss Homestead Hart. I like it with just a little wheat angel hair pasta and a little sauce. I don't need no cheese. It tastes so good. But anyway, my grandfather said, Mama, Big Mama, you go get me some cha-cha? And the cha-cha was this, but it's really called chow-chow. And it's cabbage, onions, red pepper flakes, garlic. And it's got just a touch of sugar in it, but I use monk fruit. It's a 0-calorie sweetener. And you eat this with some black-eyed peas and some cornbread. Somebody said their family called it chow-chow too. Man, I'm telling y'all, this is some good food. So this will last me a long time. I have one in the refrigerator. But if I'm going to have a dinner and if my kids are coming over, and all my grandkids, I pull out the pint jar. This is some good food. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. You know who you are. Okay, so chow. I have a video on it. I have a video on the eggplant. I have a video on the pasta sauce. A video on the tomatoes. The fried green tomatoes. Video on all the soups. Here's another thing that I absolutely love. I don't know, guys. I've gotten older. And when I talk about my age, I don't mean like I think like I'm ancient, but my taste buds are a little funny. So I don't like too much greens by themselves, except the kale, and I like kale chips. I like mixed greens. So lately, I've been cooking either hot mixed greens. I did this 11/9/2019. And I did this January 20th. This one is not so hot, but it's mixed greens. It's got turnips, it's got collards, mustard, spinach, kale, like 4 different types of kale. Same thing here, because it came out the same garden bed, but this one is hot. And this one, yes, Lord, is cooked with smoked turkey wings. I'm talking about good. You want to eat some good food? Cook you some hot water cornbread and a little chow chow? Baby, make you want to slap your, I wasn't going to say mama, because you didn't slap no mama in my house. Who is that? Turf therapy. Thank you so much. Cheers, my friend. I appreciate you. I have 31 quarts of greens. Do you hear me? 31 quarts. You know how long a quart would last me? Beautiful, beautiful. Miss Cheryl, do you do cans? Of course. Coming up, baby. He and served stew. Hear that? Stew. Oh, yes. You can take this and pour it over rice. Anything with meat in it, you want to pressure can it for 90 minutes for a quart, 75 minutes for a pint. Now, I want to show you a cowboy candy. Laird told me he was listening to my video and he was working. He said, cowboy candy? So he had to back up. It's jalapeno peppers grown right outside in my food forest. Jalapeno peppers. It's got vinegar. It's got a little sugar. You can't water bath can it because of the vinegar, but I pressure can mine. When I want to be safe, I just pressure can. This tastes so good as a hors d'oeuvre, a side to some pork chops. I don't eat pork, but you know what I mean. A baked chicken, but I like it with cream cheese and wheat crackers, wheat thins, cowboy candy. It is delicious, absolutely delicious. And here is another one. This is a preserve that I like to eat with baked chicken. It is almost like cowboy candy, but it has strawberries in it. And since it doesn't have that much vinegar and it got those peppers, I'll go ahead and water bath can it too. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you, and I want you to look at this date. Can y'all see that? Can everybody see it? It is 10/16. Look how clear this jar is. This is my last can of beans. Green beans. Grew right out there in my food forest. It's 4 years old. Look how beautiful it is. It's nothing in here but water. I'm on a salt-restricted diet, so it has no sodium, no sugar, no preservative. Look how beautiful it is. All because it was pressure canned. I'm growing some more beans, y'all, because I need some more. Okay? And if you want to water bath these, you can do Philly beans. Anybody heard of Philly beans? Philly beans are, what's it, Philly dilly? Something like that. It's vinegar. They're pickled green beans. For tomatoes, do you water bath can? I water bath can tomatoes unless I'm doing a sauce with a lot of garlic, onion, and peppers in it. Why don't you can or doesn't hold? What don't you can that does? Oh, I don't can squash. I rather just blanch it and put it in the freezer. I don't can rice unless it's uncooked. Okay, I saw something in red. I missed it. Type it in caps if it's a question. They suggest not to store with ring. Exactly. I said that earlier. Take all your rings off. You get a false seal. If you have your rings on them, you don't know if it's leaking or not. And don't turn them upside down with the ring on it and think it is sealed, because sometimes it's not. Everything you see, everything that I showed you is not without is without a seal. Okay? That way you know Because when you pry this open, I'm gonna open one, guys, for you on camera. Let me go get a spoon. Be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all see the top of this? I'm gonna put it right on top of here. Everybody can see it? Now, oh, I don't want to open this one. I want to open this one. I'm gonna eat the soup. Trying to get one that's older. That's 120. That's 120. I didn't say that word, but I dropped one. See that one? Can you see it? This was canned in March 2019. I'm gonna take this spoon and I'm not gonna talk because I want you to hear the pop. Did you hear it? It smelled just like the day it was canned. So if you take that top off and you don't hear that pop, then you know you had a faulty seal. But if you hear that pop, you don't have nothing to worry about. Trust me, it's good. Any questions? Hey, Monica Creighton. You heard it. Thank you, Monica. Heard the pop. Once you hear that pop, everything's good. No air got inside it, no botulism, no mold, no nothing. 2016. Look how beautiful those beans are. I can't wait to can some more beans. I'm not going to eat these until I see beans producing outside. So pressure canning lasts longer than water bath canning. Yes, ma'am. It's the most sanitary and safe way to can is pressure can. You're welcome. Best yet. Best is yet to come. Okay. Now, let's talk about cold packing and hot packing. Let's say we're doing chicken. Where's my chicken? And it's raw, so it's cold pack. So you want to add just a little cold broth. But you really don't have to because some of the chicken will make its own juice. But I like to put that bone broth inside of my cold packed chicken. Then when you put it in your canner and you put them into hot water in the canner, your jar is going to crack. So when you hear people talking about jars cracking or whatever, they had a chip or a crack in it already, or they put a cold product into a hot bath of water, or they put hot water packed food into some cold water. Are there any questions on that? I don't see anybody. Any questions? Yes, Lead Farmer, everything. I love this. See you in the AM, working early. Thank you, Skinny Boy Randy, Mr. Hollywood. Something is buffering? Yeah, I got a problem with my Wi-Fi. Everybody, is it back now? You missed the part about the cold packet. Okay, thank you. I think that was Miss Kraft. No, that was Angela. When you're making chicken, we back up. When you're making chicken and you're putting it raw chicken in, that's cold packing. So if you cold pack it, you want to add cold water or cold broth. Okay? So it's going to be really like room temperature. So let me go real quick. I'll be right back. So I fill up my water in a jug. I make sure that it's at room temperature. And then I put it inside of my canner. So I'm putting room temperature chicken into the canner with room temperature water. You don't want to have your canner on thinking you're going to get a head start and you boiling your water and then you put something cold in there, your jar's going to crack. Everybody get that? I will definitely be canning this summer. All right. You just made me smile. Everybody get that? Was it buffering? So not Mr. Hollywood Mom. Oh, I know you're not, Randy. That's just my joke. I'm just proud of you. I'm proud of you being on a national YouTube commercial. Everybody got it. All right. Do I need to review? Like I was teaching beauty school. Let's see who can answer this question first. Oh, I know one thing I didn't tell you. Have you ever canned asparagus? Yes, ma'am. I know one thing I didn't tell you, and I like to pickle asparagus and pickle okra, and I water bath can it. And remember, any vegetable pickled, at least half of your brine is vinegar. Whether it is apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar or rice vinegar, it doesn't matter. You can water bath can it. I know what I'm getting ready to tell you all. You remember we talked about the lids? And I told you that Bowles recommend 18 months. 2016 is still there. Remember we talked about the lids? When you water bath canning, you want to boil your lid and put it on your jar and put your cap on it. Remember that? When you are pressure canning, since 2016, the government home preservation site, and you can Google this, says you don't have to sanitize this anymore. Because once you pressure can it, anything on the outside or the inside of the jar, once it's pressure canned, will be destroyed. Any pathogenics, bacteria, any germs, you do not have to sanitize them in boiling water. In fact, they recommend that you don't because the seal will last longer if you don't boil the hell out of it and loosen up that rubber ring. How do you store raw meat? It's cooked in the pressure canner. What about pickled? What do you mean about pickled? What pickled, mama, sister, daughter? Yeah, yes, Miss Organic Love. It's ridiculous. You sanitizing it, then you put it in the pressure canner, and then sanitizing it again. Pickled eggs. Yes, I do. I've done them. I can't eat eggs. I can't digest them. I can eat egg whites. So I have done them for my grandchildren, and I do it with beet juice and pickles, and you water bath can them. I'm canning my meat. Girl, yeah. Can you chicken, can you turkey, anything you get on sale, guys. And now we got a meat shortage. So when times get better, if they change, is Essie still here? Those meat chickens that she raising. This is just how I would can them. Raw packed, bone in. And what I do is with my machete, I cut, is that a machete? Or that little square knife? No, the machete is like this. That little square chopping knife. I took this much of the legs of the chicken legs off so it can fit in real good in the canner. It's a butcher knife. It's bigger. I guess it's a butcher knife. Meat cleaver. That's it. Who said that? Kamika. Email me your address. I'm going to send you a book, my romance novel. Go to any one of my videos. You see my email, Cheryl's Organic Food Forest at gmail.com. I'm going to send you a book for answering that question. Somebody's canning rabbits. My husband loved it. He was born in the country in Mississippi, and he ate squirrel, he ate rabbit. I cooked it for him, but I didn't eat it. But I learned how to cook it because I loved him. Thank you. Thank you, Kamisha. Don't forget, email me your... Now, I'm not going to the post office until about another 2 weeks because I'm on the critical list to get that virus. I can't get it. Yes, it's Money Saver, Filber's Gardens. Wait. Yeah, I'm an author, Miss Diva Jones. I've written 2 books, one on hair care and one on a romance suspense. And I'm trying to write the part 2 of it, but I can't seem to get into it. Water bath canned jalapenos, pressure canned carrots. Whoever said that, Right. Man, I grew up eating pig feet. But I don't eat it now because I got issues. I can't eat that all that fat. Can you recook the meat? Yeah, you can recook it. But all you need to do is warm it up. But you can't take it and add it to soup. Where did you buy the book, Diva? I bought my book from Amazon, and Amazon even has some of them used. Yup to Pippi, because we need you here helping us getting it together. Thank you. It is very good to be needed. I started doing videos in my Facebook group, but I stopped doing the Facebook group because some people took me as a human Google. Monica Creighton. Oh, yeah, Monica. I've been doing Monica's hair since 1992. She's like a little sister to me. She'll tell you, she's been with me for a long time. And that when they would come and get their hair done, they would have to read certain chapters of the book. And does that sound right? They really helped me. But anyway, what I was going to say about I was going to say something about the book. Oh, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, doggone it, usually when I say that, I can segue right into it, but I can't do it right now. Anyway, yeah, so my book, I can't find the bald book. What is it? Oh, I checked Amazon today. I know what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about Stardusted 2. We were on talking about online, talking about books. And All American Kenner has a book. I keep pointing, I don't know if you can see that. All American Kenner right here has a book. And I was going to buy it. It's only $13.99 on Amazon. And by the way, you probably could read some of the reviews of my books. They used to be on Amazon, but I wrote these books quite a while ago. Let me sit back. Barnes & Noble has the book as well, yeah. Somebody said they already ordered theirs. Very good. Okay, can you give me a question? If you have any, put it in all caps, please, so we can wrap this up. Oh, thank you, Nick. I would appreciate a thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Somebody said they found me through Leah Farmer. I appreciate that. I've gotten quite a few people have subscribed to my channel because Leah Farmer shouted me out. Thank you. So they are Ball's books. I don't know about the other people, but I do want to get the All American Kenner book because I think that would be beneficial since that's the kind of canner that I have. Is it safe to water can any vegetables? Only if they are pickled. Vegetables are alkaline and must be water bath canned unless you introduce acidity to it through vinegar. Any other questions? All caps, please. We must be buffering. How different is it to can veggies than fruit? Well, fruit is alkaline. You water bath can it. Veggies are, fruit is acid, so you water bath can it. Veggies are alkaline, so you pressure can it. And if you have meat in your veggies, you pressure can it for the amount of time that you pressure can meat. Citric acid. Yes, you can use citric acid, but I still would not take any vegetable and put citric acid in it and water bath can it. Why take the chance when this has been here since 2016? It looks perfectly clear. I would pressure can it. Fruit, water bath, and alkaline, you pressure can. Yes, that's it, Glenn. How do you know if your food has expired? Well, you'll see mold. The lid will be all cloudy, and you'll see fungus, mold growing on it. It'll stink to high heaven, but some food that has botulism in it will not stink. Garden Love. Hey, Garden Love, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Okay, thank you for helping me with my banana plant. All right. I learned that from Leah Farmer. Yep, he inspired me. It will stink, surely stink. Thank you, Miss Homestead Hart. Okay, I'm going to end this segment like I start all my videos. Heal the world, make this a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying, but if you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Thank you all very much for coming into my live. I'll be coming every Monday at 7 o'clock. If you would like to see something in the live chat discussed, drop me a line on any one of my posts. Thank you, Green Organic Love. I appreciate the donation. I'm going to buy some fruit trees. Mama, sister, daughter, thank you. Cheers. And yeah, I will be discussing what you all want to learn. Whatever you all want to talk about is what I'm going to be talking about. Now, the only time I won't be coming Monday is when it's a holiday. I think Memorial Day coming up. You're welcome, Homestead Heart. I hope I don't have any questions I need to ask after this is over. Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. Starduster 2. Thank you, Monica. She put a wonderful video out yesterday. Research things on your own. That's why I closed my Facebook page down, because it was giving me a headache. Instead of people Googling or trying to find the information before asking a question, they wouldn't do that. It was too convenient just to go ask somebody. But if you research it and you read it and you write stuff down, you store it into your memory. And that Starduster 2, she hit the nail on the head yesterday when she made that video about how we are a good community, how we like to help each other out. But some things you need to research for yourself. Because I've seen some video hosts go off on people for asking questions that they already should know the answer to, either from researching or in previous videos that the person gave. Now, I'm not going to go off on nobody. But what I will do is ignore you. But if you have a legitimate question, and you say you send me an email, you said, Miss Cheryl, I want to grow a peach tree. I've been looking at, I don't know. I've been looking at this kind of peach tree and this kind of peach tree, and both of them is more compatible. Do you have any experience with any one of those peach trees? I'm going to answer you. But if you just email and tell me, and you want me to do the work for you, no, ma'am, no, sir, I'm not going to do it. So please, guys, go look at Starduster 2's video. Check out all of her playlists. She has some wonderful videos on there. And we don't mind helping people, but we want to help those, and this is Bible. I hope I don't offend anybody. God helps those that help themselves. I just love how you guys promote each other. Thank you, Monica. We really do. We really do. Can you store bought fresh produce before I start my garden? Sure. Some people buy all kind of produce and do it, but I try to do my own, except for the chickens. But I try to grow what I like now. My experimenting days are over, cause we live in different times now. My daughter came over. She got a big old concrete tray that Leg told us about putting vegetables in. I gave her one with mustard, one with kale, and one with butter crunch lettuce yesterday. It's time out for playing. It's time to grow serious food, because I'm not going to be standing in lines, and my grandkids are not going to be doing without any food. Now, my children are financially stable and very successful. They can afford to buy food, but Big Mama want to get them some nutritious food that I know doesn't have preservatives in it, that I know doesn't have chemicals in it, okay? Heads up, Starduster keeps it real. In the video, Miss Cheryl is talking about don't watch within skin or you get your feelings hurt. That's right. But it needed to be said, and I commend Starduster for doing it, because she did what I've been wanting to do. I took the coward's way out, and I just closed my page. I suspended it. But I'm going to open it back up soon, in about another month or so. I pickled store-bought jalapeno peppers because they were 49 cents a pound. That's it. Okay, I've been doing research. What's the difference between waterback candy and Fluster candy? Garden Love, you came in late. Watch the video from the very beginning. I show you all the equipment. I show you what you can waterback can by me physically holding up products that you can use. And then I show you all the equipment for pressure canning. And I physically held up products that you pressure can. And I show you a book. Okay. All right, guys, it's been fun. You guys know that God loves you. And I love you too, and I'll see you every Monday at the same time, unless a holiday falls on Monday. Lead Farmer, you ain't never lied about that. I missed it. Great information. Cheers. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you guys. I will come back from a run. You're the best. I understand, Garden Love. That's the wonderful thing about going live, that you can play it later. Thank you, Mom, daughter, sister. I shared your videos on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Love Notes. Because that's how we do. We all can help each other. It's no one or two people that know everything. Nobody knows everything. We all should be supporting one another. All should be helping one another. We need to get that crab mentality, crabs in a bucket, thinking somebody gonna get to the top and pulling the other one down. No, we need to love, support, and help each other. Good night, everybody. I love you guys. Good night. Thank you so much. Much respect. Y'all get out of here. I'm getting ready to hit the X. Love you. Bye now.